Feeling Foggy, episode 7.
You like that? That was fun.
That was cool.
That was a fun
That was
transition.
really cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that was fun. It's really simple. It's just a simple effect. I we should try it out.
Kind of cool to think you can do it technology.
Yeah, it grabs your attention as well. Oh yeah, you're right. Who thought of just turning the opacity?
I don't know. Not
What
me.
is opacity?
I don't know, but you did that. You used that function.
It's fun.
Are you disrespecting the creator of opacity because you don't know what it is, but you're using it?
I'm not disrespect. I'm really just curious. No, if anything, I'm
I'm
shining
not-
a light on it.
Not like, are you like, is it disrespectful in general? Not you specifically, like.
To not know what opacity.
Like, we don't know who created opacity, but
That's
we use
true.
it. We just loosely use opacity.
But I think about that a lot. Isn't that like just peak achievement? Who invented the stoplight? Who invented the refrigerator?
Somebody.
I think I would be extremely honored to be just one of those people. That's why I like behind the scenes movie
Yeah.
stuff. I just like to be, the hidden figures. Haven't seen that movie.
So episode 7, Feeling Foggy. We're going to do two things today. We're going to get something off our chest, and then we're going to talk about attention span.
Okay. Well, I got something to get off my chest. It's not as big as last week's, but
It was 2 weeks ago.
right. Wow, yeah. I don't know what miles are on a car. I just don't. And whenever I find myself
You
in a conversation with like a car buff guy who's really into cars and he's, macho man.
could be a female.
When I end up in conversations with those people, I always just shake my head and nod my head, but I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. What is miles? What is suspension? What is horsepower? What is mufflers? I was just talking to my mom about how to make friends and win friends, strangers over. And she said, just ask them questions. Don't even give your input. Ask questions and they'll think you're the most fascinating person on the planet. But the questions I would ask these people about the cars, I just don't know about. I would just be like, what is that? What are you talking about? I don't want to ask that. It just
Okay.
makes me feel stupid. But my one question is to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. I go, how many miles does that have? And I have no idea.
Wait,
They always say like,
you-
I just see it. But
You
I
don't know what that means?
I don't know what it means. And they always say like 11,000.
11,000.
And I go,
Can I
you have to go exactly like this.
I'm gonna-
You have to go,
I'm gonna blow
okay.
your mind. I'm gonna
They
rock,
could say any number.
I'm going to rock your world.
I'm ready.
Anyways, first of all, good advice by your mom. It was really good advice.
Yeah.
Just ask questions and listen, I feel like.
But the questions I would ask are stupid.
Well, just about anything.
But it's stupid.
And I'm with you on the horsepower and the muffler and blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
I'm not a car guy.
Honestly, I don't care to know. Mm-hmm. The miles thing, I'm kind of...
Yes, but
Ask me how many-
is it how, okay? I know. Okay, is it like how many miles you have on it, or is it how many miles you have left? Is it how many miles it came with the car, and you're like taking down that number?
Literally is... You ready? Mm-hmm. It is literally just how many miles the car has gone.
Like it has driven.
It has driven
up to that point.
up to that point.
And so, what is a good mile number?
Probably depends on the car. I mean, like, it definitely, the mileage, like, if it's a higher mileage, it's worth less in value,
Why?
money-wise,
'Cause it's
if
just
you're looking
older.
for a new car, because it's been used more.
Right. A car value reciprocates the moment it leaves a lot.
Right, but, if, like, there's two similar cars, and one has 8,000 miles on it, and one has 28,000 miles, and you probably want to take the $8,000.
Well, I'd take the one with 0 miles. I don't want a car with any miles on it.
That's...
So when I ask people how many miles does it have, I say how much do you drive it often? Is really what I'm asking.
You're asking how many miles has the car gone. They might not be the first person
Is
to
there a
drive
max
that car.
mile?
No.
What?
But eventually your miles,
There's a max mile.
There's not. There's actually an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Familiar with that show?
I've never seen it.
It's like a comedy NBC type show. I don't know. On in like the early 2000s, maybe early 2010s it ended, I think. And one of the main characters, Marshall, he has had this car since he was like 16 or whatever, and he's like 30 at this point.
Oh, so he's had it for...
Same car. He it's named, it's whatever. It's his baby, it's his car. And it's been through everything. I think he lost his virginity in that car, and it was a very special, something very special to him. And I think
But it's old.
it was he was at 199,990 something and
Miles.
and it died. The car died.
Right.
So then he and his friends like pushed it to 200,000. Like they literally pushed it.
That's fun.
It was like a ceremonial, like nice thing. But yeah, so eventually the more miles you put in the car, probably the more
200,000 miles.
It's not the max.
Does it sound like I know what I'm talking about though when I ask people like that though? How many miles does it have?
Don't ask that.
Why?
I mean, do if you want. I would just ask them what kind of car they have.
Well, I guess I know now.
You don't need to know anything about cars. No one's forcing you.
I feel like that's just my right as a dude.
No, it's not. It's not your right as a dude.
Girls like makeup and guys like cars and sports.
It's that simple. It's just that simple.
What, you need to get something off your chest?
Yeah, and it really, this was genuinely coincidence, but once we confirmed we were doing today, I was like, oh. So it kind of has to do what we're talking about today with attention span.
Okay.
I was going to talk about this anyway. So, the other night, I'm playing 2K.
Oh, that's the first
2K.
episode
Yeah.
You talked about.
I'm playing 2K.
It's a good game.
I've played one game, and we know with my obsessive compulsive disorder, I have to
OCD.
take two. I have to play two.
Right.
So I load up the second game. It's like 10:50 p.m. I load up the second game. I had a very good first game, by the way.
That's fun.
And-
That's a good start.
Out of nowhere, the power goes out in my house.
Really?
Which happens.
Really?
Power goes out. Like in life, power goes out sometimes.
Pay your electricity.
Like, shit. My power just went out.
Power just went out.
I am like, I was about to play that game in 2K. Whatever.
You're probably freaking the fuck out because your OCD has you.
I was fine, honestly.
Really? Okay.
I'm like, oh, well, I'll just wait like 10 minutes or whatever.
Did you go, Mom, power's out?
Nope, my mom.
Someone do that?
My parents were in bed because it was 10:50 p.m. And so my phone's at like 15%, by the way. And
Can't charge
so I'm just vibing on my phone for like 20 minutes, like searching random stuff on Safari just because I am.
Okay.
All the lights are out. And
Just
the power.
You're
out.
surfing the internet, literally.
Yeah. And my phone dies.
Yeah, you're
around
at 15%.
11:10. So we're 20 minutes into this. So I just stayed on my phone. I didn't get off of it for a single second.
It looks like you can't charge it either.
This is where shit gets bad.
Okay. Can
I
I tell you something? I have no idea where this is going.
literally, the power doesn't turn on for another hour. I literally lost all, capability to be a human.
What did you do?
I freaked out. Not actually, I was okay. But as you know, first of all, I need, something to go to bed. I need TV, sound, something. Light, I need something. Because I'll just, think.
Yep.
I don't know.
Alone with your thoughts, I know.
Right? And Abby said that. She texted me before. She said, you're going to have to be alone with your thoughts. I was like, oh, my God, I am. So from, 11:15 to 12, I did literally anything in my power
45 minutes.
for a grasp of stimulation.
Yeah.
First of all, what's the first thing I did? I go downstairs, I look for my computer. Struggle to find it. The lights were out.
Yeah, 'cause there's no electricity.
Eventually I find it. I make a snack with the lights completely out.
I would make food, I think,
get
too.
a bag of chips. I go back upstairs. I try to connect my computer to 2 hotspots. I don't have the passwords for the hotspots. And I was like, oh my God, wait. Maybe I have some downloaded stuff on Apple TV. So I go on the Apple TV thing at the bottom. There's one episode of The Walking Dead.
Just
and I can't watch it because it's The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. And I'm not watching The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. That's
What's up with The Day?
7-1. I think
Refresh.
it's where, Negan comes in.
Oh.
I'm not watching
That's
that.
one of the best episodes.
I can't watch that though. That mentally
I'd watch it.
Flips me
That's
up.
fun.
That messes me up.
Okay.
It puts me in a bad state.
I get it.
Cry when I watch
get
that
it. I get it.
episode.
Fine. I get it.
So I can't watch that. My phone. Oh, I lied. My phone had 1% left, but I'm not gonna go on my phone 1%. Right at that point.
Okay.
So I connected. I did the hotspot to my phone and watched 6 minutes of a Moist Critical video. Then my phone died.
Okay.
I tried to go on any application that had any didn't need the internet, and then my final resort was I went to the camera roll, and the videos weren't working for some reason,
Really?
which was really weird.
It is weird. On the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was it. I shut my computer, I shut my eyes, and
Yeah,
for
bro.
15 minutes, I just laid there with my eyes closed, and out of nowhere, just zzz, zzz, everything turned back
Oh.
on. It was actually really weird because I was like not sleeping, but I was starting to get there, and it was like I woke up in like a hospital. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Everything turned back on.
everything, because my light was on, my TV was on.
Maybe you entered an alternate universe and that was you coming back.
I might have. Like, I woke up, the light in my room, it's like this light, it's like very yellow and warm. But when it turned on, it felt very white and like bright.
Interesting.
So my point is, I had no normal reaction to 1 hour without anything.
We're fucked. I'm glad you shared that. We're being
Let's-
vulnerable
and
with that.
let's just
It's
go
a perfect
right into
segue.
it.
You know, I mean, one of the questions I had here. Okay, attention spans. Well,
We're talking about attention spans.
attention
today.
spans and why our generation is so fucked and why we have short attention spans. This video, this topic was inspired from a rogue commenter in our last video who said, "Hurry up, pal. I have a short attention span."
And thank you. We need
Some constructive criticism.
we need haters.
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, yeah.
If that's
Fuck
a
that
hater.
guy.
No, not fuck that.
But we
guy.
need haters. I don't like haters.
I like haters. We need haters.
Fuck that guy.
You
What's his
can't-
name? What was their name?
I don't know. I thank them. I really do. I really do.
Do you think they watch?
I don't know, but thank you. We have a video out of it.
So, okay. Attention spans. So what led up to this point? My first point, just information overload. It's not our fault. In a normal day, we have no choice but to just receive all of these stimulants, texts, videos, notifications popping up. It's not our fault. We are constantly overloaded, and our brains have just adapted to that lifestyle. And the moment things slow down a little bit, there's pauses, fight or flight mode, we freak out.
What's the easiest thing to do?
What
Comes to our mind. And that was
right? Yes, easy way out.
Right.
Scroll on TikTok, instant. Another point, just it's dopamine. Really, at the end of the day, it's just you're getting another hit. Like you're almost at a casino hitting the slots. There's a surprise element to it. You don't know if the next video is gonna be funny. You don't know whatever it's gonna be. And I'm already rambling. We just started, but we're just everything's moving so fast, and it's just not our fault. Remember the Minecraft movie?
I do. I reviewed it.
It was, but then that was 2 months ago. Doesn't it feel like old news though? No one's talking about
do I
it.
remember it like that?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No, I don't-
it came
I
out.
don't care about
60
it.
days ago.
I don't care about
60
it.
days ago. That's not a lot of time, but feels. People are like, "Oh yeah, the Minecraft." I remember the Minecraft movie. It just came out. And it's already old news. We just move like that. That is Thunderbolts, and then it's fucking Sinners, and now it's.
You okay?
I didn't think I would get this. I don't know what's happening to me. The
I
whole
wanna let
world.
you just get it all out.
The whole world is at your fingertips.
Yeah.
The ocean is at your door. What
Not really.
can you do to fix this? I don't know. You would think that this is just how we were supposed to progress. We're supposed to get
No.
efficient
Definitely not.
or faster. You don't think this is just not the next step of mankind? Just go boom,
No.
boom, boom, boom.
I think, I don't really think, fixing it is, a possibility, but, I don't think it
What's
really needs to
next?
be.
Fasterer?
No, it's not that's next. It's are we deciding that this is a complete problem? I'm wondering. It's not.
Yes.
Okay, it's a problem. I feel like the only thing to do individually is just actually work on it for yourself. I can't.
What does that look like?
It looks like doing things that just make your brain. I mean, it depends what you view as a problem. Do you view being stimulated a problem, or the ways we're stimulating ourselves being is being on your phone and going on TikTok is a problem? I would argue.
Yes.
But being let's say you're on the couch and you're okay, I'm gonna go on my phone and go on TikTok. That's a problem. We just admitted that. But if you're on the couch, I'm in my room, and you're do you want to go out and toss the football? Is that a problem?
No.
So I think it's still stimulation. It's not the same thing, but it's the same idea of
Right.
for 10 seconds I'm bored on the couch.
Things to do, yeah.
But it's better. I think there are ways to slow your brain down, in better ways.
Yeah. So it's just the form of your stimulants.
Right, but that's easier to go on TikTok, objectively.
It's easier. Yeah, easy way. I mean, but comfort, luxury, isn't that final form of society?
I don't know. I feel like we just have totally different standards than back in the day. This was definitely not what they wanted.
I think this was the dream for them.
To be like.
George Washington wanted femboys on TikTok.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, that's what he fought for.
I don't think that's what he fought for.
So it's just the content of your stimulation.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, because yeah, football is just a thing to do.
Yeah, I think it's like a minute by minute fight. Like, you could scroll for 1 hour, or you could read for 20 minutes, scroll for 5, go on a run for 20 minutes, scroll for 5, and then cook for 20 minutes. That's a way better hour and 15 than scrolling for an hour. And you will be equally engaged in whatever you're doing. So but it is just so much easier.
Okay, that's.
I'm not. I mean, I do it all the time.
There's a good place to start acknowledging what's going on, what's happening. We are addicted. We're addicted. Our generation is addicted. We actually have what's the term? Withdrawals.
Yeah.
It's.
I had it. I had it the other night. That was the story.
It's a problem. There's a Bo Burnham song where he's like, fuck you guys, don't come back crawling to me in 20 years when you develop a. I forget what the fucking.
Because you see too much, you hear too much.
Exactly. And no, it actually fucks with your cognitive abilities.
100%.
Yeah, memory retention is down, dude. Let's talk about that. Personal attention spans. I prefer movies over television show because you would think if you have a shorter attention span, you would prefer shorter episodes. But no, if you watch a TV show, at least now on streaming, you're sitting down for multiple seasons of a time and you're committing yourself to a binge. Sometimes you can binge for 2-3 hours and then do it the next day. With a movie, you're just committed to an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you're done. So I'd take movies over television shows because in the grand scheme of things, it is shorter form of content.
Yeah, but you do YouTube over both of those.
I do. I met a guy a couple of weeks ago. I really appreciated this about him. He was just open and honest about not watching movies and television and exclusively watching YouTube.
At Emerson?
Yes. I'm like, thank you, because you know what? I actually do that too, and I would it almost just seems kind of not dorky or loser behavior to be like, I don't watch movies, I watch YouTube. But this guy is very proud of it. He's like, I watch video essays all the time. I have my YouTubers. That's my entertainment.
Like
they're
it,
my celebrities. But it's like you go to Emerson for film school. You're not going to YouTube school.
Yeah, but this is a whole other thing. YouTube is just like another way of making stories. It's like I understand what you're saying, like what other people would say, but I think if you are actually being open-minded, YouTube's just a shorter form of storytelling. Not all the time, but
But the point is, YouTube gets in the way of me watching movies. I would prefer, in my heart of hearts, I would prefer to watch a movie, but literally just my addicted ass brain is.
It's just easier.
It is.
It's just easier.
It's like I'm gonna watch, how many minutes, or no, it turns into hours of.
Same amount of time Charlie taken.
Charlie, or Minecraft videos or Mario videos or whatever. What about you? How does that look for you?
Bigger picture stuff like that, I feel as if it's more random. I don't know. My attention span with content, I feel as if has become very. It sounds very sad. It probably is kind of sad, but very survivally, where it depends more on how I'm doing, where if I need to just not think, or not think
filling
totally,
the void,
I just don't, I want to just calm down, I want to relax, I don't want to have real thoughts, I'm gonna watch YouTube, right? Because it's someone talking or whatever it is, constantly, and they're it's something I'm interested in. So, and then when I want to be more in tune with how I'm feeling, then I'll maybe do music or something less that you can totally separate yourself from. So I feel it's more like that. This is just another thing I was thinking about with attention span. 2 months ago, I was in class, and I forget, it was my writing class. I don't know where it came up, but I think my professor was talking about it, and he was the average attention span for like us is 7.5 seconds.
I
And I looked it up, and a couple of studies were like 8.5, 8.5, 9.5, whatever. And ever since then, if I'm like in a moment, I'll like put my phone down and I'll just like look. And for 7.5 seconds, I can stand and like look at the wall. But like this will happen with my leg, I'm moving my leg. Or like I'll go like this, and I'm like, I think
it's interesting. I don't know.
I think that is needing something.
Sure.
My point is like it's so quick, like you need something.
Okay.
And I think a lot of that is just like
That's super minor. I wouldn't even think
ADHD
about
and,
that. It's interesting. Just little movements like that. I'm starting to notice it more, like in conversations. There's a couple of I feel like I pay attention when we have the conversations and whatever, and I'm focusing on the SD card and whatever. But there was like a couple episodes ago, it was like the Minecraft one or something, right? I blanked out for like a couple seconds.
It happens.
Had to come right back in. I was at dinner with my mom a couple days ago, and she was talking, and I literally had to be like, sorry, I just was not listening. I'm sorry, I love you, Mom, but it was just... And then she was very nice about it. Oh, what were you thinking about? I'm like, I was thinking about this internship and all that. Literally just my mind just started going somewhere.
I mean, it just... Because you're so used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the idea of... Now, I feel like everyone just talked... Like, we talked about, like, TikTok, like, 20 times. It's just such, like,
That is the core. That is not a mystery. It's
just so interesting.
It's nothing else. It's... I mean, obviously, it's the root.
Yeah, I think it's, like...
I mean, YouTube Shorts did not exist before TikTok. The video we just watched was cut super, super quick.
It was.
We just watched a video of this guy ranking candies, and he could have spent his sweet time with it and gone to depth with everyone, but no, boom, 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 100
candy
100
was
grand,
like
Snickers.
25 seconds, like literally max.
And that kind of video just does not exist before TikTok. TikTok is the core. I don't have TikTok on my phone because I think very strongly about that, but still, I find other ways to get my short form dopamine content.
Shorts.
Instagram Reels I use, but I find it's a little bit more hidden. Like, it's not Instagram's main feature. So I'm not scrolling on Instagram Reels primarily.
Me neither.
I find myself on Instagram Reels when I'm extremely bored. It's just to fill the void, not to have any thoughts.
It's a good metaphor for like, okay, like you're in a conversation with your mom at dinner, but then like quickly you're like internship.
Yep,
and you're
exactly.
Like, it's like interesting. It's like, it's kind of just like, that's just how we think. We think in like 20-second segments. Like how unstructured is this podcast right now?
Oh,
probably
extremely.
Very unstructured because...
Extremely.
Is that even a word?
Yes, unstructured is a word.
Because it's like, I bet this writing is chaotic in here. Like, it's just interesting. It's not your fault or my fault or anyone's fault. It's just like, we think in like tiny little fractions. And once we're like not even done with it, we're just on to the next thing.
So now just speaking into existence makes me realize I have to come to terms with this problem I have and the steps I can do to remedy that. You see all the time people suggest dopamine detoxes, which is essentially like
sustainable.
No, it's like, get rid of your phone, get rid of screens, but it might just be as simple as read a book.
Well, it's like anytime, like, haven't you ever heard like someone talk about how to quit smoking, where they say the first week you're going to smoke a normal amount, the second week these are just bullshit numbers, like smoke 3 days a week as opposed to 7 or whatever, 5, then 3, and then 2, and then like decrease. I feel like that would be the best way over a detox, because it's just like, well then, if I was not on my phone or anything for 30 days, I guarantee you the second that 30 days ended, I would just go back on my phone.
Oh yeah, that's like the cravings get harder. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Yeah, it pick up slower forms. You
just have to try and see what works. It's not
football.
like we don't like other things. Like, not we, like,
but it gets hard to,
anybody.
like, discover those things again because you're just so used. It's reliable.
It is.
It's cozy.
It's not supposed to be easy.
Right.
Like, it's just not.
But we're so trained to easy form of access content.
But if you want to make a change, you have to at least try. Do like 10 different activities, and if one sticks, that could be an hour a day that you're not just rotting.
What are some? Let's list them out. Reading, working out, slower instrument. Yep, picking up the ukulele
walks, again. Just clean. That's absolutely a stimulating hobby.
What do you like to do for fun? I like to clean. Do a puzzle. Yeah, puzzles are.
There's a million things like that. You could you could just keep going. Gardening. You could build something. I built something the other day.
I want to do a Lego. What did you build?
Well, I didn't really build it. I went to Home Depot
Yes, I saw her private stories about that. Katie,
Yeah.
Shadow Katie.
We built a washers board. It's like a yard game, kind of similar to cornhole.
You're probably drinking alcohol.
While building it?
Well,
No.
the game is a drinking game.
It's not like a drinking game. No, you can drink.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, we built that. And like actually I was outside for like
Fun.
2 hours probably, and while it was being built, and we just kind of all chatted and built it. So
What did you feel when you did that?
I felt good.
Would you try to do it again as
Yeah,
a hobby?
do you think you're incapable of being I think you absolutely are capable of
It's
it's just not sustainable.
Of what?
It's hard to be sustainable. Like you absolutely can go a long stretch of time without, you might check your phone. That's not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But like you can go a decent amount of time without being on your phone or like look like being distracted every 10 seconds. It's just like, can that be part of your life for like a long period, forever?
And then you have to acknowledge this is more of a toy than a tool.
You can trick yourself into it. Could be a tool. That's the problem. It absolutely can be a tool.
Just turn.
We're
back
like
into-
entering the film industry. You like need some of these things.
I was gonna say.
We just use them for the wrong reasons.
I had the thought from the beginning. I just didn't know how to word it correctly without sounding like, again, these are all first world problems. I didn't know how to make it sound with it being too avoidant of the core of the issue here. It's just impossible to not use this at all.
I agree. Relative to like the life we live, first world problem.
But kind of dystopian to say impossible. This is like an extension of your body. That's not right.
I mean, like you kind of need it.
That's
How
scary.
did you get your internship this summer?
I emailed people.
Yes, you can do it on your computer, but like, what about a work call? Mm-hmm. What about if there's an emergency at home and
that's the
your
other thing.
mom needs to call you
Right.
and say, "Come home"?
That's really the.
It's like you can have a flip phone,
Yeah.
but like, what about
It's all
in a
tied
couple
to-
years when your friend has their first child and they want to FaceTime you? It's like you can find a reason for anything.
Are you pregnant?
I'm not.
Why'd you
Pregnant.
say that?
It was called an example.
A really niche one.
Niche?
You're not pregnant?
No.
Okay. And again, it's all tied to anxiety. I go downstairs to take down the trash, and I tell myself consciously, I've been noticing this a lot more. I'm bringing my phone with me just in case there is a emergency in the next 30 seconds for me walking down the stairs
insane.
and taking the garbage.
It's normal. It's
That's
just
my
insane.
reason.
Fall.
It could fall. There could be someone outside having an emergency. You guys had to have something upstairs. It's all tied to anxiety, an appendage to your pocket. I don't know how to wrap this
I
up.
don't know how to wrap it up. I don't know. I don't
We're just
think you
acknowledging.
I don't think you can wrap it up because it's probably like a 10-hour conversation where you can bring in like science and the history of the world and like what used to be. Oh, you broke your pen because you have no attention span.
I'm
and
fidgeting.
You fidgeted.
Fidgeting helps me focus. I was playing with my bracelet before when you were talking. You have focus.
I mean, I don't think there's a way to conclude it. I think everyone can just, if they care, they might not care.
Watch this video all the way through to prove that you have a
share, like and share and subscribe to prove that you have a good attention span. If you care enough, which you don't have to, but if you do, just
You should.
work on it.
That's the whole point.
Just
of
work
this
on
video.
it.
You should care.
Like little at a time.
You can do it. That's the lead message. You can do it. You're not stuck.
And thanks for watching all about 30 minutes of this video.
All the way through.
We're gonna wrap it here.
We'll see you next time.
The best way to end this is to just abruptly end it.